Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know this is weird. So today I'm going to be filming a makeup video. We're answering some questions. So the look I'm going to do today is a kind of over blushed cheeks with clouds on them. I'm not very good at makeup. This is just a random video that I want to do. And now that I'm taking a media course at my college, I can now borrow a camera quite often. So I'm going to be borrowing a camera every other week, so I'll be able to film some more YouTube videos. So make sure to put down in the comments below what type of videos you want to do. So yeah, my setup for my camera is literally a tripod with a light right next to me. So, but I will be getting a better setup soon. I'll be filming during the day when I'm not at college, but I'm currently filming this at 10 to 8 at night, but oh well. So we first start off, well, let's get into the video. So we're going to start off with tying up my hair. So I'm just using a scrunchie from Welcome, a black scrunchie, you know. So we're just tying up the hair, and I'm sorry for the background noise, but just tie up the hair. And then I use a headband from Primark just to hold my hair back, even though it's tied up. So yeah, and that's how I start. So shall we start off with a question first? I've only got one question so far, and that is opinions on someone. I'm not going to say who the person is, but I'll just say they are a very nice person, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But I will answer some more questions as they come in, as soon as I literally put it on my story like 5 minutes ago. So, as a base layer, I use Dipper Base Cream. The light is very bad, but I use Dipper Base Cream because I have eczema and makeup, it just irritates my face. So I literally use just one pump on my face. My face is very red because I don't know why, but my face just overheats. So I make sure not to put it on too thick, otherwise the makeup doesn't stick. So, and while we're doing this, I'll talk to you a bit. So, if you didn't know, I stream on an app called Twitch, and at Christmas I will hopefully be getting a PC, so I'll be able to edit these videos and that. And then in August I'll be hopefully getting a camera, so I will be able to do YouTube videos full time, which I really want to do because it was always a dream of mine to become a YouTuber. So sorry if I keep looking down at my phone. It's because I'm waiting for people to ask me questions. I've put it on my Twitter, my Twitch Twitter, which link will be down below, and my Instagram as well, and my Twitch will all be down below. But yeah, and I'll also leave a link to my visuals channel, my media channel, which will have montages of photos and videos that I have recently taken. Oh, and I put the videos over some music. So yeah. So now that the primer is done, I will start off with foundation. I'm just trying to find my other one. So for my foundation, I use the Matte Plus Poreless Maybelline New York Fit Me in the shade 115. I'm just trying to sort out the autofocus. 115, because I don't put autofocus on. I manually do it for some reason. And I don't use a beauty blender. I can't English. I don't use a beauty blender. I use these sponges which I got from Poundland. I've got like 6 in a pack. So I use these just triangle shaped ones. So what I do is I just put some foundation on the back of my hand. I usually put it on my sponge, but I'm not going to put it on my sponge. I'll just... I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading. I've been focusing on college and my Twitch. My link to my Twitch will be down below. But I've been focusing on Twitch a lot because I ended up making a great fan base over there. Well, they're not really a fan base. I made great friends over there. So yeah, that's why haven't been uploading. Plus I've kind of quit with the singing. I know, I quit with singing. What? Just because I realised I'm not a proper singer. I can't sing. I can only do backing singing. My backing singing is better than me being the main singer. So I have decided to give up on the singing career. But when I get my computer at Christmas, I will be playing games and maybe even create a gaming channel and then upload the best moments from there, which I think I'm going to do. So this is the base done. I'm not very good at blending and I'm literally probably going to take this makeup off after this video anyway. So yeah. By the way, I've also got a nose piercing, guys. If you didn't know, I got my nose piercing on my birthday. It's been something that I've wanted to get for ages. So I finally got a nose piercing. I also got a belly button piercing as well. But I never actually wanted a belly button piercing. Fun fact. I never really wanted one. But I got one anyway. But all my links to my socials will be down in the description. Make sure to go follow me on there. I don't really post on Instagram or Twitter anymore. But I do stream on Twitch quite often. So. Right, so now we're done with the foundation, we will move on to the concealer. So the concealer that I use is Fit Me Maybelline New York in the shade 15. So these, and then all I do is I just go, by the way, most of these are run out. So I have like 5 or 6 of these which are near enough fully run out. So that one's run out. I do have a different concealer, but I do have a different one somewhere, which is a bit darker than my one, but it still works. Might be in my other makeup case. I have 2 cases full of makeup which I rarely use. If you guys want to see more makeup videos, comment down below. I can do easy makeup looks, I can do like a going out makeup look. There's only one thing I can't do, which is eyeshadow. So one thing that I can never do. So I also put some on my nose. Right, let me just... You know what, I'm using a different one. So what I do is I just blend it out. I'm just going to use light up double-sided mirror to make sure that it's fully blended.
So I just sit here and I just blend.
But if you like this video, make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing for more.
I know most people subbed for me doing singing, but I just figured out that that's not the way to go for me. Like, doing singing isn't really right for me, because I can't sing or anything, so I can't sing or anything, so that's why I didn't continue doing music and singing on this channel. And I can't write diss tracks either, so there will be no more diss tracks, unfortunately. But there might be some random videos every now and then.
Sorry about that, guys, my camera just stopped recording. But whenever I borrow a camera, I might record a video. By the way, yes, I am putting more concealer on. So, but because I borrow it from college, it's whenever I'm in college, and if we have a COVID outbreak in college, then I can't get a camera. But if we don't, then I can go in and get one. And I usually borrow it out for a week. I borrow it out for a week at a time, because we're allowed to because of COVID, because we're not in 4 days. So yeah, but it just depends if we've got a video idea. Seeing as, right, this is going to be a long explanation,
But I struggle with mental health, so to distract myself from that, I went out with friends. And most of the friends that I went out with turned out to be toxic. Both my friend groups, my younger friend group and my older friend group, because I'm always the youngest. So my friend who was younger just turned out to be toxic, didn't want to be friends with me anymore. And then my older friend group, which is in the same year as me, we just say that they're older because they're older than me, they just argued with me and they just made me feel bad. And I literally went out with them every single day for 2 weeks straight, like literally hung out with them, and then they just didn't want to talk to me. So I then went on Twitch to distract myself, and the Twitch community was toxic. So the only way I can escape anymore is photography.
And by the way, I'm using Collection Sheer Loose Powder. I'm using Sheer Loose Powder in the shade number 2, I think, translucent. Yes, in the shade number 2, translucent. And this is what I use for powder to set my things. I'm not very good at setting this. I don't exactly need to set it, but I'm just going to set the cheeks a little bit because I'm getting it all over my t-shirt, because otherwise the blusher won't sit. I can't remember where I saw this makeup look, but I saw it somewhere. I think it might be on Instagram or like YouTube or something, and then I thought, yeah, I'll try it, and then I tried it and I absolutely loved it. So that's the powder done. I just put a bit of powder here and a bit of powder here, like that's all I do. Right, so what do I need to do next? I can do brows next. So for my brows I use like 3 or 4 products, trying to find the final product. Let's pull that out. For my brows I use 4 products I've got here. So we have the double brow pencil from Wilko, which I got in an advent calendar. The second one I use is Super Last 24 Hour by Essence eyebrow pomade pencil, which is waterproof. I also use the Essence Make Me Brow eyebrow powder, and I use the Defining Brow Gel in the shade number 1 translucent. So yeah, so what I do is I first go in with the Super Last and I just define part of my brows, like the bottom part. You know what, I can zoom in to show you what I do. So this is my brow tutorial. So literally all I do is I just, by the way, I did my brows like a week ago, so they're not that, don't need doing that much. And yes, I do like kind of, by the way, I'm adjusting as I go. So then I just run a bit through my brows. So I mainly just underline my brows. And yeah, ignore this line here, I can sort that out. This is what I do, I just do that and maybe brush a little bit in. I usually overline them at the top, but I'm not going to do that. So let's zoom out. Back to my scary self. And then what I do is I use the Essence Make Me Brow. Yeah, no one's asked me questions yet. So I use the Essence Make Me Brow to fill in my brows. We're zooming in again. We'll sort the focus. And then all I do is I know it's dark, but oh well. And then I just overline them at the end. They look darker on camera than they actually are. Like, they're not that dark. I'm just going to hold a light here just so I can see. But this is literally all I'm doing. Then dip it back in the powder. And then just... Okay, that went on a bit dark. But then we'll eventually brush it out. And then what I do is I put some in the hairs at the front of my brows. You can't really see. Put some here, that was a bit dark. And then I will eventually brush them out. And then I use this double brow pencil from Wilco. It does have some thing on the end, but I just don't use it because it's almost done. So this is just like, just ignore these lines in my forehead, I'll sort them out. So you see where we messed up there, you just use this brush and just brush it. I don't get why my brows look so dark. If I come closer. This is what my brows look like. This is all I do, to be honest. I do back brush them sometimes just to make them fluffier. And shape them. This is what they look like after I've done that. And then I grab my defining brow gel from Gosh. I forgot to say that it was Gosh. And then this is just translucent. And all I do is I just plop whatever's on, and I just first brush my lashes. First I just brush my eyebrows up, like making sure they're fully up. Ooh. Didn't know what that was then. Might have been just a bit of excess. And then I do the exact same to the other one. I sometimes dip it in a couple of times, depends on how much product comes out. And then what I do is I then brush them down. So I brush them up, brush them down, and then I just brush them up, shape them, and then brush this bit up. So brush all these there and brush that up. So this is what they should look like. I do have to autofocus it after every single time. And then what I do is I just rub the translucent off, which it should as you might be able to see, I'm trying not to put makeup on the camera, it does kind of even out the stuff, the foundation. So we'll move on to the next product, which is blush. So for this, I use 2 different blushes. I use powdered and I use, don't know what this is, like a cream blush. So I use the Baby Lips Balm and Blush in the shade number 1, Innocent Peach. This takes off a bit of the foundation, but I don't care. So we just put it on. Yeah, you can see that it's quite like that. It will be until we blend it out. Then what I do is I usually just kind of blend it down to where I want it. By the way, I did post this makeup look that I did before, because I have tried it before, on my Instagram. It is on my Instagram, link down below. And I'll also put it on screen here as well. Make sure to go follow me. I do post, and I will be posting my makeup looks. So now I've blended it out a little bit. You can kind of see it here. By the way, I am zooming in and out myself, manual zoom and manual focus as well, because why not? So then next I use the Technique, the light is shining on it, but it's the, let me cover up the light. It's a Technique blush with, I think this is just a whole blush set. And we will be using this shade right here. It is, the light is very bright, and I'm sorry for that. Let me just dim the light. So you can't really see it, but it is very nice shade. You can see it kind of stuck in there. So what I would usually do is, I use this brush from Wilko. They've stopped this one, but they still have one similar.
So what I do is I just outline where I want the blusher to be. So I usually outline first, and then I blend. So you kind of want to do, like, so I kind of go part way of my nose, so like here, and from the tip to the end of the nose, kind of like that shape. So let's speed this up so I can show you how. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to sit here and watch me apply blush to my face for 5 minutes. So let's go.
So now that I've put it on, just using a brush, what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do now is just use a fan brush, and yes, ignore that I have on my hand. But now I'm going to use a fan brush, and I'm just going to brush it down and kind of blend it a bit.
I will be also using my fingers. Oh, the battery's almost dead for the camera. So what I'm going to do is just nip downstairs and grab the charger, and I'll be back.
So unfortunately the camera battery died, so I just put it on charge for 5-10 minutes, so I will have to take it off again soon. So while it was charging, 2 of my friends from school actually asked me some questions, so might as well answer them. And I also blended it out a bit, so I will put powder on this in a minute because it is very shiny. So we'll answer some of these questions, shall we? So these were all asked on Instagram. Half of them was from one friend, half of them was from another. So one of my friends, who doesn't want to be named, I understand that, asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how funny am I? I am... Sometimes my jokes can be a 10, sometimes my jokes can be a 1. So I say about a 5. First celebrity crush? I'm having to think about this. Does YouTubers count as celebrity crushes? Because if they do, then probably the one that I can mainly remember was Jack Duff from a boy band called Road Trip. Rest in peace, Road Trip. They're no longer about. Craziest thing I've done.
I don't know.
Pet peeves. My pet peeve, oh my god, this triggers me, is plug sockets that switched on but there's nothing plugged in them. Like,
whether it was at school, at a friend's house, I would always have to turn it off. It's just a pet peeve, like, it annoys me so much. I think that's the only pet peeve that I have.
Proudest accomplishment, probably 150 subs on this YouTube channel and 300 followers on Twitch and getting Twitch affiliate. So yeah, powder. So again, I'm going in with the sheer loose powder. I just need to find my brush. Next question. What makes you angry?
Well, there's loads of things that make me angry. But mainly people who don't listen to me. Yeah, I can be annoying sometimes. Because I admit I'm annoying. Right? But then when I'm trying to say something and everyone keeps butting in or something, or like... You know what also makes me angry? Fake friends. I have met a lot of fake friends in my life. All of my friends are either toxic or fake. Like, I just somehow end up picking the wrong ones. There's literally only a few people, so the person that asked this question, my amazing friend, she's not a fake friend, she's like the only non-fake friend I have at the moment. So, just going to zoom in a bit so you can see me putting on powder. What's next?
Biggest fear is family dying and spiders. They're my... Also, I have a fear called Doomsday, which is the end of the world, a fear of the end of the world. That's my weirdest fear. So, there's so much in the air. I'm going to end this so I can charge the battery up a little bit more. And I will blend this in, so when you see me, I'll have this all blended in and I'll be sorted. So, while the camera battery was charging, I put powder on and blended it a little bit more. So now we're going to answer a couple more questions while we do the clouds, and then we will do bronzer and everything afterwards. So next question, let me just sort out the lighting actually. Put the lighting there where it was last time. So one of my friends asked, what got you into liking Harry Potter? Well, the previous questions was actually asked by my friend who absolutely loves Harry Potter. So what actually got me into liking Harry Potter was my favourite YouTuber posting Draco Malfoy TikToks on her Snapchat and Instagram. So I then came across them and just fell in love with Draco. But that love for Draco then was like, I was like, right, now I like Draco, let's actually watch the Harry Potter movies, because I can't remember watching them as a kid. So I was like, right, I'll just watch them. So then I started watching them, falling more in love with the whole Harry Potter series. I only got halfway through the fourth one though, so I need to rewatch the fourth one, which is Goblet of Fire, and then I need to carry on watching the rest. Who is my fave out of Harry Potter? So, been thinking about this question, like not even knowing that this was a question. My fave was Draco, but now it's the Weasley twins. But I like the Weasley twins, Draco, and Cedric. They're my absolute faves out of Harry Potter. What are 5 things you want to do before you die? Get married. Travel to a different country, either Spain, France, at least go to Disneyland once, visit America, even if it's just one state in America, and to go on a cruise, definitely. Where would you like to travel in the future? America, Spain, France, Bahamas, Ibiza, places like that. What kind of music do I like? I like a lot of different kinds of music, ranging from One Direction, my whole room is themed One Direction, to Panic at the Disco, to YouTubers' music, like just random YouTube music. Just random music. It's loads of genres. So we're going to move on to the clouds while we answer some more questions. So I'm using Wilco Halloween white face paint. Comes in a little thing. It cost me 50p. I got it the day of Halloween, like literally, 4 p.m. on Halloween, because I was going to do it. No, I got it at like 3 p.m. because I was going out to do stuff. So what I do is I just put, that's way too much, but oh well. So the next question is, do I have any pets? I actually don't have any pets, which I want a pet though. I really want a pet, but I just can't look after one at the minute.
So, that's quite cute.
What was my favourite lesson at school? My favourite lesson at school was probably social development. I think social development was my favourite, maybe. Or like any lessons that my friends were in. French was a good one. If you didn't know, at school I took Maths, English, Science, French, ICT, Health and Social, and Sports Studies. That's what I took in school. So my favourite lessons out of that was Sports Studies and French. Maybe Health and Social, but not really.
Because in lessons I used to misbehave a lot, talk with friends, and just disrupt the class. So.
What hobbies do I do? I do streaming on Twitch. Used to do YouTube. Another hobby is just binge watching YouTube. Like, just sit there, watch YouTube, scroll through TikTok, make Draco edits. It's literally. Another hobby I like, which I've taken up recently, is photography. Now that I can borrow a camera from college, I like going out, taking pictures, and that's yeah, that is my hobby. So what I'm going to do is, how I do my clouds is I just do a line, kind of a line like a cross, and then just a dot on top. They look kind of bad. I'm not an artist, Then we can make small ones. Just gonna make a small one. And then we can just put a couple of light dots around as well. We only have a few questions left. So, fave food. My favourite food is probably spaghetti and pasta. So anything pasta, kinda. So like spaghetti, spaghetti bolognese, spaghetti and meatballs. Like, that's my fave food. So, yeah, sorry I'm not talking that much. I'm going to do a quick montage of me just filling in my face. Let's go. So, I've done these. I'm just going to add a few details while we answer the last 4 questions. So, how old am I? I am actually 16 years old. I'm actually 16. I don't feel it. I feel childish because I just do. So, but yes, I'm 16. What's my fave takeaway? My fave takeaway is probably Chinese. I absolutely love the Chinese. But when I order from the Chinese, I have a very specific order to my local Chinese. So I usually get the kids meal, which is egg fried rice, chicken balls, curry sauce, and a little fruit shoot. But then my parents get chicken and pork fried rice and an egg fried rice, and we mix that all together and have it, share it between us all. So yeah, that's what I get from my Chinese. My fave song, I like, my current fave songs are Agoraphobic by Corpse Husband, which sound a little bit like this.
I can't do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take antidepressants, illness.
That was just a short clip of it because I can't play too long of it. I also like a couple others. I can get them up. So my fave songs are, I usually use YouTube Music for this because that's where I listen to most of my songs. So I like songs like, there's one called Chosen One, which is about Draco Malfoy. There's everything in here from like Thrift Shop to Boys Will Be Bugs by Cave Town. Like, Cave Town's a good artist which I've started listening to. I like Juice WRLD, Road Trip, Surfacers, Panic at the Disco, just stuff like that. So, but there are just a couple of my favourite. WAP's also one of my favourite songs. Like, it's actually one of my favourites. Like, it's weird, but yeah, they're some of my favourites.
So now that I've done this, we will go on to contour and everything. By the way, I used a random brush. I can't remember. I think this was a nail art brush from Poundland, maybe. I'm just going to double check. See how I've got loads this side and barely any this side? I'm just going to quickly montage of me doing this side of my face. Let's go.
My camera just stopped, but carry on with the montage. So what I'm doing is, if I zoom in, there's one. What I do is I just put a dot of paint and blend it with my finger. So that's how I do these. And yeah, I kind of put it down here, but I didn't mean to, but I will. We'll do it. Just find the random spaces and blend it. This is what it currently looks like. I'm just going to zoom it in a tiny little bit. I'm sorry for this little bit of light here. Just that's how I'm having my light at the minute. So we'll zoom out. So then we're going to do the we'll do my contour and stuff like that. So got lip stuff.
This is meant to, that's brow stuff. What I'm going to do is charge the battery for a few minutes, and I'm going to do my contour, and I'll come back when my contour is done. So I've let the camera battery charge, and I've also done a bit of bronzer, but instead of using actual bronzer, I used ID Bare Minerals eyeshadow in the shade Glided Taupe, and it's a glitter eyeshadow, and I just put some, I know it's not blended in properly, but put some there, down here, and a tiny bit on the end of my nose. So we'll answer the final question, unless other people have asked questions. Let's have a look. So we're going to answer the final question, which is, what do you want to do in the future? So in the future, my dream is to stream part-time and maybe do YouTube part-time, photography, but also have a media style job is what my dream is. So this is what it looks like with my hair down and just a classic Sidemen rainbow tie-dye t-shirt.
pigmented, which is annoying because I would like it to be pigmented. But this is what it looks like. So that's the white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that colour, I'm going to do all over my eye, and then I'm going to darken it up with the orange colour in the middle. So I'm just going to, by the way, I'm not very good at eyeshadow, so don't come for me. But this is what I'm going to do. Just going to get some more on my brush. So it kind of, from a distance, matches. And then I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit. How I clean off my brush is I just rub it on my hand because you can always wipe it off later. Then I'm going to darken it up tiny bit with that colour. We're just going to go in the crease. I'm very bad at makeup, so I'm sorry if this triggers you guys. I'm sorry that I'm so bad at it. I've never been good at makeup. And then I'm going to go back in with the bronzer shade there. Just going to go and blend it in all over. And also, I'm going to put some white. Sorry for the out of focusness. Then I'm going to put a bit of the white on my lid just to lighten it up a little bit. As I said, the white is not very pigmented, every other colour is. So, I'm touching it. This is what it looks like. And this is complete.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed making this, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because I did. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to comment down below and hit that like button, because it lets me know that you would like to see more videos like this. If there's anything that I can improve on, let me know and I can try. My links to my socials will be down below. My Instagram, my Twitter and my Twitch will all be down below, and my visual channel will be down below as well. So I hope you enjoyed, and peace out guys.